What's going on, fight fans? It's your boy, Innuendo Amazing. That's innuendo. If you ain't with it, then we innuendo. But if you with it, then the innuendo. I got something super exciting for y'all. We got Floyd Money Mayweather against Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Now everybody knows Manny Pacquiao is incredible in the game. I went and picked Floyd. This is a created Floyd. I got the model from a YouTuber. He looks really good. He looks ready to fight. This is going to be a really, really good video. Everybody watch to the end. Like and subscribe. Innuendo.
Here we go for round one. A straight right just misses. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Beautiful counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that straight left. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
The flat for the fight. If you've got a dance right there, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that? And there's the bell to start round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
You've got a swarmer on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when they come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high because they will keep punching until that referee said stop.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
He threw the hook, didn't land. A perfect counter lands. That counter shot lands. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. At this point, you got to believe. There's there's the bell for round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Both men step back for just a moment. Looking to land the hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time counter shot? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. From this moment forward, he cannot afford. On to the 4th we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The straight right just misses. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Catch and shoot. They're both trying for a knockout. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And down goes Pacquiao. Wow, let's take another look at that.
You're right, Tom. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your breath.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. So it's plan B time after being knocked out. On to the 5th we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Here's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You don't want to trade shots. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good defense to block the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10. And there's the bell for round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. And Pacquiao goes to the canvas. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you continue.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
Nice stop, but that won't score. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And Manny goes down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all right?
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's see how the game plan... And they're back at it again here in round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Good counter punching. Good counter punch. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Swing and a miss with that hook. Caution is being thrown to the wind. That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter shot. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw. There's the bell to start round 9. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A lot of effort being exerted here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Nice counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Punch, counter punch. Insane action. Pacquiao there got clipped clean. And Manny Pacquiao is on the canvas. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight.